Okay, so there's a nice lady in uniform. She comes in every morning for coffee. Um, because of the way protocols are, and because a lot of officers are not trained to deal with people who are scared, um, or autistic, or trained to understand Tourette syndrome. I'm really scared of this lady, and she's really super nice. She is. I I wanted to say hello to her yesterday morning, but I was too scared. I said hello to her today. I don't want to be scared of her, you know. She's very nice. Like Officer Ramos, he's a very nice person. When I first met Ramos, um, I was really scared of him too. But I got to talking to him. He he understood me a lot better than most people. Um, he wasn't the only officer in Boulder who was nice to me. There's another officer. I can't even remember his name, but I remember he gave me $20 to sketch him on Pearl Street once. And every time I saw him after that, like he was tipping his hat. With what Officer Ramos was saying about the ones that give all of them a bad name. Um, there's a lot of them now. And there's even a lot of them who are nice people. They just have to follow protocol, and their protocol is damaging, and it doesn't occur to them why. A lot of officers, it doesn't occur to them why people are scared of them. And for me, I have that same issue. There's a lot of times where people are scared of me, and I don't know why. It confuses me. I don't have any intention of hurting them. I don't have any intention of harming them. I'm not going to bite them. I don't have any teeth. So the nice lady, she left already. But I said hello to her. She's from the sheriff's department. I might introduce myself tomorrow. I always feel rude about that when I see them in uniform, but they're in the Starbucks because they're getting coffee, because they're on their break. I also don't know how they're going to react to somebody just walking up and saying hello. A lot of times they don't know how to react to me. It weirds them out. You can see that in their faces. Did that guy just say hello? I did. I did say hello. I open the doors for them. I try to treat them with respect. And yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. When I'm really scared, though, um, they get scared and standoffish, and they don't understand that agitates the situation. But there's also the fact that a lot of officers that I've known, they intentionally agitated the situation, like the officers in Boulder last January. They had been being assaulted by the public, and I had cops harass me in multiple places where there's internet access, which I needed in order to get the stuff that the Adams County detectives had asked for. And multiple officers had refused to take a report from me. And When Officer Ryan called from Broomfield and told me that he or his partner would come see me, he promised me that it wouldn't be the Boulder Police Department. And I knew it was at a jurisdiction. I was thinking they were making a special exception because of the murder case. And the Boulder Police showed up instead. And they didn't care what I had to say. They just wanted to put me on a mental health hold. I needed them to listen. I needed them to understand. I kept trying to tell them what was going on and why I was overwhelmed. They didn't care about why. They just wanted to lock me up and take away the keys. They had assumed that I'd done it just like everyone else. So, Cheyenne here, it's an Air Force brat kind of place. Um, when I tried to get into the military, the Air Force was the only branch I did not try to get into. I tried the Army, they said no. I tried the Marine Corps, they said no. Because all I had was a GED. I didn't find out until years later that I had actually graduated high school, as odd as that sounds. The Navy said they would take me in the delayed entry program with a GED. As high as I scored on the ASVAB, I was eligible for every job in the military, including a nuclear technician. But with a GED, you can't be a nuclear technician. You have to have a high school diploma. I'm not intimidated by military uniforms. I don't necessarily agree with them working for our government. I think our government is against the people and not for them. But at the same time, when I see a soldier, I feel for them. I'm thankful that they're trying to do what they think is right. A lot of the stuff that I designed, like the supersonic cockpit ejectable, um, I put a lot of thought into that. Not because I wanted people to, go blowing people up, but because I watched a show about some people who had issues in his leg, and you go out into the road. When I designed a cockpit, I designed it as something that would separate, and also I took an idea from Kleenex. When you pull it out of the box and the next one comes out, but when you separate from a command module, basically, when you separate from it, you need to be able to stabilize the ejector cockpit. And the way that you would stabilize that is basically by putting a whole bunch of little Kleenex. Instead of it being a Kleenex, it would be a small parachute. And as the parachute comes out and it reaches a certain amount of pressure, it'll break loose and the next one comes out. And eventually it'll slow you down enough and it'll help to stabilize you enough that you don't end up getting all of that wind shear that'll break you in half. But the nice lady in uniform, she's from the sheriff's department. And as far as keeping those people alive, I mean, I'm more of a technical-minded person. I think about machines and I think about protocols and the way that things work. The human mind, the jet engines, internal combustion engines, coffee machines, your taste buds. I mean, I just like the way that things work. And the more I learn how things work, the more ideas that I come up with, and I can't express them all. And then what happened to Natalie, I'm not able to work on those things. I got a shop so I could try to save people's lives, try to improve things. Even if I don't agree with the military, I have friends that have been in the military. I got into a fight with a guy named Zach Metcalf in high school over a girl named Kimberly Jepson. And it was really over a picture that I had drawn that, I didn't have very nice things to say to Kim. And it was mean of me. But Zach had been looking for an excuse for a while. when he went into the military, it was after we got into that fight. And after we got into that fight, he has never talked down to me. He's never been disrespectful to me. He has not once ever been rude or inconsiderate to me. And I don't think it's the fight that did it. I think it was just he grew up. And when I design stuff that's military minded, I think about people like Zach Metcalf. And then there's Owen Johnson, that very same girl, Kim Jepsen. Owen Johnson used to date her. And he went in the Air Force. And when I was thinking about that ejectable cockpit, I was thinking about Owen Johnson because he became a pilot. And it wasn't about making military technology better so that they could be better killers. It was about making military technology safer so the people I care about would come home, whether I care about the politics or not. I want Owen Johnson to be able to come home to his family. I want Zach Metcalf to be able to come home to his family. At that same token, I want that nice lady at the end of the day today to be able to go home to her family. And I want Officer Abel Ramos to be able to go home to his family. And that nice lady in uniform, even though I want her to go home safely to her family, I'm scared of her. That's just because of experience. When people don't understand, they make the wrong decisions. And then when they make the wrong decisions, they get scared. When they realize they made the wrong decisions, they get scared and they're afraid of the consequences of being honest about it.
It is, but